Okay, this is the Pressure King Pro. This is the 5 litre version, but just something to be aware of is that 5 litres is the capacity of the bowl, not what you can actually put in it. The instructions suggest you don't fill this any more than 4 litres, so I would have suggested they should have called this the 4 litre version. So there's a scale at the side there, that's what this means. So it looks like 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, and 4/5. Well, that's actually 4 out of 5 litres. That's what that refers to. So it suggests you don't fill it any higher than the 4 litre point there. So just thought that's worth pointing out. I'm going to try a recipe in this. It's basically just arrived, so I'm going to get straight into the recipes here. We're going to do the sticky ribs. So in the bowl already, I've got 2 crushed garlic cloves, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 3 tablespoons of clear honey, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. I need to put in the passata. So just not quite a full one of those. And basically stir it up. And then we need to put the ribs in. The recipe does call for small ribs. My wife is in charge of the shopping and she's come back with big ribs, so I'm going to use these. But the only difference is with the time, the cooking time for this recipe calls for 20 minutes on the stew setting rather. I'm going to do it for half an hour because these are larger ribs, and I'll see how we go on from there. I'll just get those coated to start with. Okay, so they're all coated now. So what we do, we go to the front and we push the stew setting, and that will give us 30 minutes by default. You can go down or you can go up, but we'll put it on half an hour to start with and see where we go. Let's put it back in if they're not quite done. So that's now switched on. That's that. So the lid, you line up this arrow there with the arrow on the side, just there, and then turn. It's simple as that. And then just turn the little vent thing there to close from open. So we're closed. That'll take, I don't know, 15-20 minutes I would think to get up to temperature, maybe a little bit longer. When that's up to temperature, the vent will close and the timer will start and it will count down for 30 minutes and then the program will end. So we'll see what we get at the end of the program. Okay, we've been switched on and heating for perhaps about 3 or 4 minutes. Quite surprised the contents are actually bubbling already, and you can just start to hear the first signs of some steam coming out of the little vent thing there. So I would think before long this is going to be up to pressure. So quite surprised really it's heated that fast. The instructions do say when you unpack the thing to put 3.5 litres of water into the bowl and run a stew setting for 30 minutes just to basically sterilise the thing, make sure everything's clean without sort of traces of oil and manufacturing sort of oils in there and what have you, just to give the thing a clean. When the thing actually did pressurise, I was quite surprised there's not a lot of steam that came out of the little vent thing there when it was just sealing up. I do have a pressure cooker for the gas hob, and that does take quite a time to actually seal. One of the downsides with this you're going to find though is when you do actually want to vent the pressure in the actual the pot itself, you're just going to have to open that vent and it's just going to let all the steam out. That's going to take some time. what you can do, obviously, with a stainless steel pressure cooker, obviously for the hobbies, you can take it over to the sink and just let cold water pour over the top of the lid itself, and that will cool down rapidly. 5 seconds of that, and then pretty much your steam is pretty much gone. So it is going to take quite some time to vent this thing using this. But you just have to open the window or stick the extractor fan on or whatever you've got. So you can hear now, this is quite a vigorous bubble going on. You can see steam coming out of that little hole there. How long this is going to be sealed up. There we go. There we go. Your little weight in there is just sealed up. So now we're up to pressure. So we're halfway through the cooking time and can't hear anything. Totally silent. No bubbling, no steam escaping anywhere. So no need to have any fans on, extractor fans, windows open or anything. So yeah, pretty decent so far. Okay, we've finished the program there. So the instructions say to press the cancel button. So that's that off, and need to get a cloth, and then I can open the vent on the top. I'll just use this dishcloth and line my fingers. Okay, so I did give the ribs another 5 minutes. They are better for it. So what I'm going to do now is take the ribs out, and then we can reduce the sauce. So to do that, we go onto the stew setting and just leave that with the lid off. So that's now going to heat up. Obviously, it won't reach pressure and start the timer because we've got the lid off. So it's just going to be in the heating the element at the bottom, and we use it a bit like a pan, like a frying pan. So we're gonna reduce this now. This will turn on and start bubbling, and then we can just reduce that down till we get to a sticky sauce. And then also a couple of seconds later, and the liquid is starting to boil. So it does heat up very quickly, this. So we'll just leave that to simmer away for a few minutes. Like I said, it does give out some heat. This has a pretty serious boil, isn't it? Okay, so the sauce is reduced down now. It's going quite sticky, and that's going to coat the ribs pretty nice. I've pulled some of the pork off the ribs there. And we'll just have a bit on there like that, and that's going to make a pretty serious sandwich coming up very shortly. So yeah, I hope that was useful for you.